Hello! And welcome back to the world of Arklands and to Mize Academy. Special thanks to our $10 and above patrons, Sam, Jean, Grant, Ian, and Ditzy. When we last left our heroes in training, they completed a mission on behalf of the royal family of Almasatar, and were finally able to meet the tabaxi that was meant to be on their team if fate had allowed.
But unfortunately, he moved.
Indeed.
But
let's start a Kickstarter to buy them a house here. Can we do that?
The key is getting Will a job up here.
That's true.
I mean, he won't need his high-paying job if he just has a house outright.
That's true.
That's like
true.
so much of what we spend our money on.
That is true. You tracked down a broker within the capital city after some shenanigans in a district known as the Wall.
wait, no. Now it's the chasm.
There are chasms.
One additional one after.
4, actually.
Good to know.
Yep.
One for each character.
And eventually, you were able to track down the missing Prince Vara. After
Vara, huh?
taking out his kidnappers, some of which were lethally taken out.
We killed them.
I
We
didn't
killed
do
them
nothing.
all.
I didn't do
Actually, you killed roughly half of them.
Okay, that's right.
Just the men. The women. And the children, too.
I was trying so hard not to quote that.
I know.
I couldn't help myself.
And upon retrieving the prince, Crow came to a realization that he was, in fact, a old friend of hers.
She done knew him. What was his name? Coyote?
Coyote.
Coyote.
Coyote! He coyote out of there.
And as they did a little bit of catching up,
Don't worry about it.
Oh,
you...
they caught up all right. There was a lot of hugging and a lot of crying.
There was.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Very emotional.
You never seen
experience.
Crow so emotionally open.
Very true.
It was weird.
It was very weird.
You made your way back to the palace. And that is where we return for tonight's episode. Roll intro. Totally didn't end that sentence early.
It's all good. Will's not here to finish the stuff with us. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
The important part was done.
We'll just have to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just
Bye.
let him
Well,
take
almost.
care of it.
I don't think that the royal family particularly would want us around anyway.
I don't want to be here.
Please don't
much
put Crow in
longer.
front of.
That's yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
We need
Mix it
to
all.
leave. Like
Hey, I've shown you all the, well, I know I've shown you because you've thought about it. Ruthlessness?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now you know the Poseidon analog.
we need to leave now.
That's why he's got to try and...
He's already done his work.
Yep. Vara's uncle, happens to wear a blindfold now.
Really?
Because
Interesting.
Poseidon's son.
Yep.
Go.
Yep. Please don't put Crow in front of him.
Welcome back.
Gonna try.
Kiera and I did a bit of...
We got all the unnecessary talking out of the way so you guys don't have to sit here for 2 hours.
Cool.
Understood.
over the remainder of your journey, riding back,
Okay.
Coyote, Vara,
Coyote.
sure. The person that knows him as
Vara.
The prince is on Peril's horse, but Peril and Crow ride alongside each other and talk for pretty much the whole journey back.
No surprise?
I gotta get into depressed L mode. Hang on.
Just remember how your girl rejected you,
So I'm
and
trying
then you
to-
didn't peel her off the ground after she almost died. You just walked away without a word.
She wasn't squished.
Little
Go with a
squished.
shovel to pick up roadkill.
No, the crow.
That's true. I'm the road krill.
You're the roadkill.
Top form tonight,
You're
y'all.
you're the crow rail.
It's par for the course.
Yeah,
It's car for the Porsche.
And a raccoon.
You made me second
my brain.
guess. Whether or not that's what I said. I was like, and legitimately, that's the kind of thing I would say.
Oh, you know.
It's been a long day. It's been a long year.
Yes, it has.
Tasmin Cat's having a strong.
Vigilance. For the three of you that are not directly involved in the conversation,
Yes.
are you trying to listen in or are you giving them space?
I think Aerie is
That's a
at
mischievous smile.
near. I think Aerie is up by the front, sort of leading if Cass is not.
Is Cass?
But she's not worried about
Cass doesn't know where he's going. We rode out into the desert, and now we're on our way back.
Yeah,
he
Cass's
has an
memory
approximate direction of, okay, we're somewhere between here and here. If we go somewhere in this direction, we'll be sort of back
Yeah,
in the
Cass's
city.
memory isn't great. Aries is a little better.
Fair enough.
It's more of the, I've only been here one time. I don't know the terrain yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
I will let
Grave.
Peril, who is familiar with this area, I will let him
Okay, so
lead.
Peril
Technically,
and
Crow is too. She's been up this path before.
Yeah.
yeah,
So I imagine
Peril
the
and
two of
Crow
you are
at
at the
be-
front.
At the front.
Yeah.
It was an interesting situation. Ask her about it someday.
Aerie is
I
going
want
to
to.
be sort of riding alongside them then, but
Alongside.
alongside Peril.
Okay. Would you like to make a perception check? See if you can.
I mean, I've got
what
a
you can
passive of 24 if they're talking for several
That
hours.
is very fair.
She's not actively paying attention,
Yeah.
but she can pick up bits and pieces.
Yeah, the gist of it, they kind of download to each other what the past year has been. Crow describes the missions y'all have been on. Coyote digs for more details. Coyote talks about, how he's been spending the time. There's a fun little anecdote that you get that he is not being prepared to rule the nation because he is not expected to still be alive by the time his father's reign ends.
He's only half elf.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't have an elf lifespan.
That's true.
And his Nixatal ruled for like 400 years prior.
Yeah.
And he's still there.
He
In the
does.
butt.
He's no longer.
He
on
abdicated the
throne.
throne.
Yeah.
He
But
still has influence,
definitely
apparently.
still has
he is still
influence.
royalty.
And a butt.
But King Hassan
What now?
has ruled for less than 100 years, and so he is very early into his reign.
How long do half elves live?
About twice the span of humans. Okay.
Yeah. 180 to 200 maybe.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
200 is pushing it. That's like a person level.
A half elf hitting 200 is like a human hitting 100. It can happen and does happen, but it's not particularly common.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, but otherwise it's just them catching up. There are numerous occasions where a coyote attempts to kind of cheer Crow up or encourage her in some ways about like trying to dismiss her, not dismiss, but like trying to convince her that she doesn't need to feel guilty and things like that. And there's a couple different things that she attempts, that he attempts for that, but none of them really seem to take hold. One sec. I don't know if that.
I don't think I did anything.
No, it's because you're right above Monday's room.
Yeah. I think we're fine.
Yeah, we're good.
And resume.
But there is something. Do you remember the prompt? There was one thing that we maybe wanted to.
That would probably be at the end of their ride.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, and one more important
That's
note that all of you notice: Grave stays behind for a bit.
Like behind at the site?
Back of the
Or like in the back of the
No,
train?
he stays at the site, and eventually catches up. But it's like an hour later.
Okay. Prison transport.
Yeah, Cass would definitely, when Grave catches up, Cass would ride with Grave. And, basically just be like, everything good, you know?
Everything's fine.
Uh, 18 on insight.
19 on insight.
Is there something specific you're looking? He's not like upset, or
Okay.
I mean, like he is emotional about not being able to really interfere with what's going on with the crow because he has to just observe. But that's not why he stayed behind.
Okay.
With an 18 and 19.
Cleanup duty.
Does Elle say that?
No.
No, but
Elle's
Cass,
just Elle's trying to perceive
yeah,
that.
Cass would ask, like, what took you so long?
I prefer to live up to my name.
Right. They weren't all alive when...
Correct.
Ooh. What's your passive perception?
passive
Elle's in front of
perception is
you.
only 11.
Oh. Yeah, I think that would... Elle kind of does that. And then...
Given that the mission is essentially over at this point, I can say honestly, there are, in my belief, there is a time and place to take a life. I make no judgments as to whether this was a deserving time or not. But my personal belief, and the reason I took my name, is that anyone, especially someone that you take the life of, everyone deserves a grave. Doesn't have to be an extravagant
I
one,
have one. It's this guy.
but a simple burial is something that I believe everyone deserves, no matter their actions.
Sorry, I would have helped you with that if... I'd
It
thought
is
about
not
it.
your charge.
No. But... I agree with you.
Then perhaps next time. Hopefully there will not be one, but
Yeah.
you have all chosen a line of work that puts you and others in danger. Death comes with the territory. It is not something to be strived to, but
Can't always be avoided.
exactly.
Yeah, I know that.
There's an audible sigh from in front of you. Pretty much, yeah.
No, I am only supposed to be observing, so go along. We can talk more later.
Castle. At Graves' request. Castle zip forward a little bit.
You end up riding beside Elle.
Probably.
Al doesn't look at you. He's got his eyes towards the horse's neck and just kind of watching you go up and down as they walk. It's supposed to roll on the map, buddy. There you go.
Cool. I know exactly what's going on in Elle's brain.
What was that on Insight?
What was that?
25.
Nice.
But that's a natural 20, so.
He could have led with that.
No.
Ah!
Do I want to be a butt? No, I won't be a butt. It's a story moment.
I feel like Trey has the ability to overrule if he so chooses.
He does.
I do.
But he's a good
I wouldn't
DM.
hear. It's a.
Do I even have any? I didn't take any damage at all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
They were a
totally
little bit
Sorry,
focused.
a little bit. So, yeah, Elle's having a rough time of it. Just a little bit. He got rejected at the very beginning when he was trying to help Ari up, and then he caused the whole nonsense that happened with the trap, and then this stupid feline that he just met yelled at him.
After Ari
Don't know what his
left
problem
someone
is.
hanging out.
Yep. Once again, the stick up my butt. Then the whole thing with him yelling at him again because Elle wanted to maintain some restraint while they were talking to the broker and not resort immediately to violence. And then they ended up killing half of the people that they fought against.
Yep.
And to top it all off, he rejected Ari when she reached out to him.
Technically, you didn't kill half. One of them killed themselves.
That's true.
But 3 of them were left dead. That is true. Yeah.
Elle's brain. You gotta, come on.
No,
Gotta remember.
I'm just saying.
Well, we, the audience, know that one of them took the coward's way out.
Or more so, they,
It would have been awesome if Caspian just went, no, shik. But
Dang. Alright.
that's Ryan, not Elle.
Yeah, I think I hesitate to call it the coward's way out when, well, for a variety of reasons. But anyway,
You can tell that the most impactful was that he did not help Ari up.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Cass.
You're engrossed in conversation.
Yeah.
Cass is not going to bring it up, though, because in this moment he realizes that, one, there's not really any privacy as we're all just riding along in the open air. And two, he wants to give Elle a little time to be alone with his thoughts before trying to hop on and talk to him about things he hasn't had a chance to process yet. So
It's wise.
Cass will...
Is it? This is Elle.
It is Elle.
That
Don't
one
worry.
brain cell's working really hard right now.
It is.
but each
Don't worry.
person processes it.
Cass has a plan.
Oh no.
Because Noah has had a plan for like a week. Which is the same plan that Cass did last time everything went wrong.
Yeah.
To be fair, like, some stuff went wrong, but this was objectively a successful mission.
Oh, it was objectively a success, and Cass had I say he had a great time. This is like the best performance he's ever had. He's almost riding a high. Almost. Not really.
He's up on his high horse.
A little bit, yeah. But
is-
Cass performed exactly as he needed to.
He isn't happy, but he is proud.
Yes, he is proud of himself, but yeah, he's not happy with everything, and he recognizes that everybody else is having issues right now.
Not
So he's
happy
like,
with what
okay.
he had to do, but proud that he was able to do it.
Is Cass radiating that right now? Okay.
Cass is not. If Cass radiates anything, it would be a very solemn vibe.
Wow, that's kind of edgy.
Coming from you?
But Cass will generally just remain quiet and
Yep.
just kind of like observe the group.
Yeah.
He probably catches bits and pieces of what Crow and Coyote talk about, because I imagine that's most of what happens
Yeah.
Yeah.
for the rest of the journey.
Elle is Ray Einar and Risk quiet the whole way back.
It seems so zary.
Yeah, but that's also kind of just how Ari is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my
Yeah, she's more just like focused on observing the surroundings, keeping an eye out for things, so that way Crow and the prince can have their time to catch up, and she's just kind of following with peril the way back.
Cass would at some point drop back to Grave again, though, and just ask him, like,
Should we allow Peril to deliver Vara back to his family on his own? Given that I don't really think it would be the best idea for Crow and his grandfather to...
A fair point. Unfortunately, the ship is parked on the palace grounds.
Can always go get it and bring it to a
Good.
different location.
I could. If that's what you, as a team, decide is best, I'd be happy to.
All right. I'll give Crow the decision.
Good luck.
Thanks. and once they get to like the city gates, Cass would propose that as an option for the team.
Aerie speaks up. Crow, if you wanted to hang back with Elle, Caspian and I can go with Grave to retrieve the ship, drop off the prince, Coyote, and pick you up so that way you don't have to face him yet.
Sure. It's easier that way.
Did you want to...
Before you go,
Yeah.
a word alone.
Is Coyote or Grave?
Sorry, Coyote.
Coyote.
Okay.
Yes. What is that?
It's one of my microphone things.
I thought it was a candlestick. Like a
mean, I see
fidget
it.
toy, I guess.
It's one heck of a fidget toy.
So, you and the prince step off to the side.
Uh-oh.
Hush.
Passive perception of
24.
24. Are you attempting to subtly listen?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. So just
Erin
Aerie
is
with
a-
her big ass ears.
Yeah. She's not.
She cares a little bit.
not
Her ears pick up
actively
sounds.
listening, but yeah, she does pick
Yeah.
up a few things.
It's passive.
Yeah.
So I guess this is it.
For now.
And I might never see you again.
I was certain I wouldn't see you again. And yet.
You have a life to live.
Some life.
So, you never really meant it, did you? When you said we would make it work.
I meant it completely at the time. The last time I left, it was... I planned to tell you everything once I got back.
And what all's happened to that? You knew it would never work. You pinky promised.
I didn't know anything. I was willing to try. I thought it was worth trying. But honestly now, in a strange way, I don't care. And that sounds really bad, but I swear it's not. When I left the clan for the last time, I had a lot of plans for when I returned. And then everything was dashed and taken away. And I spent the past year and a half believing that. I don't know what would have happened or what could have been. And it's hard for me to mourn that when I am just so happy that you're alive. I don't care what form you being in my life takes, so long as you're in it.
Yeah.
How about we make another promise, since the last one was taken out of our hands?
And what would that be?
I promise. Pinky promise. I will see you again.
You better hold up to that.
But you have to promise to live.
How is that supposed to mean?
It means that I don't. When I first saw you again, you survived. It's clear that your heart may not have. You are carrying the guilt and the deaths and everything. And I don't think it's fair to any of them for you to... I just don't want the thing that took everyone else to take your heart too.
It wasn't ever really mine. Gave it out to people. I thought you'd still have a piece.
It would be my honor.
Don't you dare die on me. She will pinky promise with him.
I promise.
And she'll give him one last hug. It lasts a while.
Now you go back out there and keep killing monsters and all that. I've got my own to deal with.
You said you'd change the world. I expect to see that.
Do my best. Well, it seems all of you are in a better place to do so.
You're a prince.
Not that it means much.
Figure it out. You always do.
Indeed. He'll pull you in for one more hug.
Yeah.
And after he releases, Peril kind of just, all right, come on.
I was really trying so hard not to interrupt the tender moment with a, oh, he promised he's not going to die? Well, there goes his plot armor!
Yeah.
A named character promising they won't die? That's like surefire. Like, nope, writing that character off right now.
Rest in peace, Coyote. Grave, we have another mission for you.
Oh.
No, this was Ryan.
Oh, digging his.
Yeah, there you go. Ding.
Grave kind of. So, what's the decision?
I'll stay back here.
Okay.
Elle will stay with Crow, if that's all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
And Caspi and I will go up with you to drop off the prince and Peril and collect the ship and return here to pick up the other two.
All right.
Harry looks over at Crow, just gives a nod.
Get it over with.
Did you roll another natural 20?
I did.
Wow.
Cass is doing really good on insight today.
Wow.
Cass was going to insight Crow, kind of to see, like, is she okay? Will this be all right to leave her? Does she, like, her demeanor seems different than usual. What's going on?
Who is this person? What has she done with Crow?
She is probably simultaneously the most okay and the least okay you have seen.
With all the pieces you can put together, like, Crow has no choice in this moment to hide away or pretend she's not feeling it or fake it. She is feeling everything in this moment because this is a moment that is not going to last. This is her last moment to see Coyote in who knows how long, and she is forcing herself to feel all of it, to experience it, to process it without running away. So she's
Feelings.
a mess and she's heavy, but there's also this quiet, like, resolve and determination. It's not an all loss, it's a this is what must be done.
Does she seem like she will be okay if they...
She does.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing that Cass was looking for is, okay, is she going to be okay? That's
why we're leaving her with Elle.
Leave her here.
You've seen Crow.
Usually,
Wait a
not a bad
second.
idea.
Why is Crow the emotionally stable one right now and Elle is not? What just happened?
Dichotomy of man.
No!
Don't worry, we'll get our chances to resolve these things.
Yeah.
Again,
I have no idea what's going to happen.
play.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, as y'all head out, Crow will just, like, sit with her back against the wall, just arms on her knees, just waiting, staring off into oblivion.
Oh, you can... I guess we're looking at Oblivion together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Elle just kind of sits
They
down.
just both look shell-shocked, just staring off
A
in the
little bit,
distance.
yeah.
Elle's like fiddling with his horn, like changing it back and forth.
Good fidget toy.
At some point, he just kind of cut himself.
You'll.
Sounds right.
So, as the two of you accompany Grave, Peril, and the Prince, is there anything that you're doing or keeping an eye out for?
Not in particular. Cass is we're going to go in here, we're going to get this done, we're going to move on. I have
Very-
more important things to worry about right now.
Ari is keeping an eye out for anybody or anything that might be watching them. You know, kind of looking at like the rooftops, around corners and stuff like that. Keeping a vigilant watch to see if they are being followed, if anybody is staring a little bit too long in a way that's like not just like, oh, there's a half elf. What's he doing here? Like something other than that.
There's two half-elves.
Yeah.
Well, one they recognize.
One they recognize.
Two half elves.
Yeah, there's definitely some looks. Because there's no direct entrance to the palace grounds through the, from the outer wall. You definitely get some looks that you're starting to... You never get used to them, but you're starting to know to expect them.
Yeah.
But no one nothing more than that in terms of people watching you. As you approach, though, one of the guards at one of the gates, at the gate that you are approaching, runs inside, potentially to notify. And by the time you reach the gates, the Queen and Nixatal are waiting.
Good thing we left Crow.
The Queen runs up and embraces Coyote and just kind of checks him over. Just, are you all right? And is fussing over him a bit. Nixatal kind of with arms crossed, just... Appears my efforts will not be required after all.
That is correct.
Very well. You may be on your way.
I'm gonna have Ari make a wisdom check real quick. If Cass wants to insight Ari,
Please keep up. It's not gonna now, but Oh, that's still
Okay.
decent.
What would you roll?
One side away from the net 20. 19.
Yeah,
Total?
that beats Aries 17. 17 wisdom. You can tell Aries is about to say something that's
Cass will just kind of like grab her wrist.
Oh, that's the wrong dice.
No. No.
Yeah.
What is
No.
Aries glaring daggers at him in a way that's defensive of others.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of this look of I know what
too.
you've done.
I thought about it because it was like Aries not conscious enough to know that
the look of I know what you've done.
Yeah. Cass will just be like, we'll be on our way. Ari?
Nixatal is matching your gaze. If you have something to say, girl. You must choose your words carefully.
Cass will lean into Ari. Don't say a word. Just bow, turn around, and walk away with me.
Your grandson is a good man. She turns and walks away.
With a passive of 24, you do hear him basically mutter under his breath, perhaps, but a man can only be so good. Even being passive 24, he turns to Vima as you're walking away. Despite his lineage, Vada knows his manners.
Ari tenses. And she, pauses noticeably.
I feel like
Cass is just like Cass is gonna just start
dragging.
literally, just like put a hand on her back. Like, come on. I don't want to be here any longer than we have to be. Let's get in the ship, get the others. It's time for us to go home.
He ought to count his days. Under her breath, so only Cass can hear. And she walks off.
Can you make a stealth check for me?
Yes, I can.
Mostly because if you roll in that one, you're gonna accidentally say it way too loud.
Let's see what happens.
Literally anything else, and you'll probably be
Okay,
fine.
no, that's a 19, so
That was 27. 1 away from a 1, though.
I want you to know, this is how D&D has become for me. I just rolled to see if Cass was going to have a panic attack. Thankfully, he did not.
You're lucky there's not magic on the palace grounds for threatening royalty.
Yeah. 27.
Yeah, you're fine.
Let's get the heck out of here.
The queen does catch up and just says, "Thank you." And shakes your hand. Offers to shake yours as well.
It is our pleasure.
Of course.
We'd like to help
Perhaps-
those in need.
Perhaps we will see you again.
Perhaps.
To see you and your son again would be a pleasure.
Ari with the sass.
I do hope Peril was not too abrasive.
No,
no,
actually, Harold was fantastic.
Yes.
He was a great aid and a great help to us.
I'm very glad.
Yes.
We dearly miss him as our classmate. Or wish he could be there with us.
Yeah.
If the opportunity
Really
ever
do.
arises.
Indeed. But I will not keep you any longer. And
Leave!
Yep.
grave.
do
Opens
his
the
polite
door.
bow,
Harry
pushing
bows
Aaron
down.
back into the ship. Like, as soon as the ramp comes up.
Yep.
All right, thank you. Grave, as fast as possible, please.
Let's pick up your teammates. He pilots the ship from his chair.
Oh, I thought we were going to get executed.
You were right there.
Yes. I think we'll have to teach you emotions and how to emote and how to not.
Caspian,
Yeah?
would you say this mission is complete?
Yes.
And he's going to cast Calm Emotions.
Thanks.
It's just this kind of just feeling washes over you, and
I don't know what that was, but I know it was you. Thank you. I feel better.
the
Let's get the
observation
others.
period is thankfully over. And before long,
It's like taking a shower after working in the yard all day.
yep. Even after the minute passes, it's just like having that
Yeah.
interruption helps
It's enough for
significantly.
Cass to recollect himself.
Yep. It also affects Eri.
Yes.
Is Eri immune to being charmed?
You receive it.
Is that a charm
Definitely fail the save. So.
It
No, but
is
she-
technically
she's
a charmed effect.
advantage
Yes.
on it.
No,
No, I definitely failed the save.
Yeah, it's a charisma save, so.
Nice.
So when they land, Cass will pop out.
And
grab the other
importantly, it doesn't make you feel anything.
No, but it's this. When you felt anxiety for so long, so deep inside of you, and all of a sudden it's not there, it's very odd.
Yeah.
I have anxiety. Yep.
You can't have anxiety about your lack of anxiety because anxiety is calm.
It's,
The heck was that sentence?
it actually
got
did
it.
make sense.
I get it.
Surprisingly
The ones
enough.
who relate.
But the ship lands outside the city. There's a few people entering the city from the north that are kind of like, whoa, as they're passing through.
Probably think it's even stranger that a half elf pops out of it. Like, oh, really? One of them? Ugh.
Well, these are mostly travelers from outside the city, so
Okay.
some might if there's like locals returning home, but yeah. Unless there's
we're
anything that you
left.
wait for.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cass will come up and grab him. All right, June. Ready to go home.
And the ship raises into the air, and within 60 seconds, you arrive back at the school.
Thank you. I hated that mission.
Just a minute of tense silence.
Did Ryan or did El? Oh, I know El did.
Crow heads straight to bed.
Yeah, what time is it?
Dude.
It's gotten pretty late.
Considering it was like pretty much half a day's travel just
Yeah.
to get up there and then another half to get down.
Yeah, we've probably been awake for 24 hours at this point.
Not quite. I would say like
20.
It's like 2 a.m.
yeah. It's like it's probably past midnight.
Okay, so shop's not going to be open. That's fine.
Yeah.
Al goes to soak in a bath.
Yeah.
For like
As
As does Aerie.
as you are
Raisin
leaving, Grave does motion for Crow to stay a moment. I'm sorry that I couldn't.
I didn't need it.
Maybe not, but that doesn't mean that I just still didn't want to provide it.
I know. Thanks.
Yeah, I did. But Cass didn't hear it, so Cass still doesn't know that she says thanks to anyone.
The days of remembrance are coming up.
I know.
Do you remember what their purpose is?
Yeah.
time set aside to remember those that we've lost, so that we don't have to carry it with us every moment of every day.
Yeah.
You won't be spending it alone.
Not like I could stop you.
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, whatever.
No, you're not getting out of this. And he's going to bring her in
She'll
for a hug.
receive it. Okay, you can stop being gross now.
I don't think I can, actually. 21 on insight.
She, pretty much the same thing that
Cass noticed.
Cass observed. That,
That's a 4 on the die.
yeah. That heaviness, but also like the actual connection with reality. Like seeing a remnant of her clan actually alive and in front of her, a piece of her past that she thought she had buried, is jarring. But there's this light of hope, of comfort, and a little bit of relief. So she's tired and she's heavy, but there's this quiet resolve that, you know, things are moving forward again. I'm not just stuck in a time loop. Things actually happened.
Yeah.
So,
He
yeah.
gives a tight squeeze and then allows you to go on.
I'm gonna vanish now. She heads to her room.
All right.
Nice.
Elle and Aerie both taking long baths.
Yep.
Separately.
Thank you for
That was
clarifying.
assumed. I don't think it needed clarification.
Did
But,
not.
what is Caspian doing?
Well, Cass can't go pick up groceries, so he will go to bed early. Oh, I say early. It's like 2 a.m.
Yep.
He will go to bed with the intention of waking up early.
Is that how Cass manages his anxiety? He goes and stress shops.
No. Although I do think cooking might be his stress relief. We'll find out.
Hobbies are healthy.
But
Especially cheap ones.
Cass has a very specific.
What?
Cass has a very specific reason for wanting to go shopping. He is going to go to the grocery stores and pick up stores. Yeah. And he's going to pick up tons of meat for Elle. I don't remember what it was exactly
It was
that Aries' favorite dish
The
is. but it's like
eggplant tomato stew.
yeah. And stuff for fish tacos for Crow and Grave.
Nice.
Because Cass is going to make everybody something they would like.
Don't forget the
'Cause
spices.
that's his way of, I don't know how exactly to reach these people, but I know that you can get to anyone's heart through their stomach.
Cass would make a good wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cass is a housewife.
I'm telling you guys, I want somebody to give Cass an apron that says Cass the Cook. But that would be the first thing that Cass does
Get it
in
for
the
you.
morning. I would take it. 100%. I would cook in that.
So, and how about... So, Caspian makes a shopping list. Those two are
Sorry.
separately relaxing. And...
Her will spend most of her day in her room.
You mean
until
night?
Well, yeah.
Oh, she's
'Cause this is-
gonna.
It's 2 a.m. If she wants to go plop down in bed and just pass out, she
Yeah.
could.
Yep.
She'll get her rest, and then just continue to stay in her room.
Okay. The next day, you go out and I'll say, knowing that he wants to go all out, you can spend 2 gold on it.
Ooh.
Every time you tell me a number, it's always less than I think it will be. I'm like, 2 gold, whatever. I don't care.
$200 on dinner for four or 5 people?
This is going to be breakfast at this point.
Yeah. But like,
You get the idea.
So, yeah.
It's
$200 on breakfast is a nice
It's a
breakfast.
brunch. We'll call it a brunch.
Yeah,
it's
there
a
you go.
brunch.
Yeah, we sleep in.
That's true. I'm sure,
Yeah, we
sure
do.
pretty much
Yeah.
Aries
everyone
sleeping
would.
in is her getting up at 7.
Which is probably the same time that Cass gets up to go grocery shopping, because it's only 5 hours of sleep.
Elle's asleep until about 11.
When you each wake up, there is a note on each of your doors.
From Grave?
Yes.
Yeah, figured.
As the first two to wake up, it's very simple. It's just written of, if you need to talk about anything, please come to my office anytime. Signed, Grave. Yeah.
Standard fare.
Yep.
Yep, but just he's in a similar spot of just like, I know all of them have something to talk about, but pushing it is not always the right call. So
I think
Yeah.
Caspian would notice, especially if he and Ari kind of get up at the same time, and he's kind of like figuring out like what we've got, when he needs to go by. He sees Ari take the note off her door, fold it up, and as she walks to leave the room, puts it in a garbage bin. She doesn't crumple it. She like kind of neatly
Yes.
folds it.
All I can think of is in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Where's the pie?
The pie
Placed directly
placed-
on top of the trash. Exactly how you dispose of your garbage.
That is 100% how Ari throws stuff away, is she just gently lays it down in the trash can.
It's like they're married or something. Jeez.
Yeah.
how late do Crow and Elle sleep in?
She gets her 4 hours of rest and then just lays in bed for a while.
Yeah, that's
She's processing.
extremely valid.
It's a lot.
When Cass finishes making the food.
He'll wake up to the smell.
Yes.
Understandable.
Crow will come out once summoned.
Fair. Yeah, so you're able to gather your ingredients. Go
Cass
ahead.
has made 3
Would you
separate
like to make
meals. Just as a heads up.
one check or 3?
Do I even have to make checks at this point? Cass has passed every single one of them.
It is not a question of pass fail. It is a question of how good.
Okay.
There is the possibility of failing, but
I really would like an inspiration, though, if I do fail, because it would be really disappointing.
It'd be funny.
Can I have one? My guy! I knew it as I was rolling. I was like, if I say it and he makes me roll, I know it's going to be poor.
Fine, you can have one.
Thank you.
oh, what out of the 4 you have?
Yes.
Yeah, huh?
That's much better.
Does Amy get one for sharing the pomegranates?
Yes, of course.
And I have
I think I'm already
proficiency,
tapped
so
out.
that's a 19.
The pomegranates.
Very nice.
Pomegranates.
Thanks, bro.
You're welcome.
So just making one roll.
I only have 3
Yeah.
left.
Cool.
One roll for everything.
Oh no, I've got.
I'm gonna give you Shenanadai. We'll play you some world's
I know where it's
Smallest
smallest violin.
Mysterious. No, it really is the world's smallest violin.
Good song too.
So is Ari gone for like pretty much the whole? Like, is she still?
Yeah. So where does Ari go?
Ari goes to the water meditation chamber
Yes.
where
At the
Isolde's
top
at.
of House Myra.
Yeah,
All
she
right.
goes there and just hops in, meditates.
At the bottom of the pool.
Yep.
There you go.
So she's gonna be gone for a while.
Does she breathe underwater now?
Yeah, she's got
She's
the
got
necklace.
the next those gift from
done.
Caspian's family.
Holy cow, that's cool.
Yeah,
Pretty.
and even then, apparently, you don't need. You can like breathe that water.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, yeah, she goes there and just meditates and is just trying to clear her head and ground herself and figure out what's going on in her brain. I think the previous night she did try and connect with Lordir, but wasn't really successful.
The mind was not focused.
Yeah, so she's just trying to recenter herself. And yeah, she's gone for probably most of the day.
Fair. I do think Elle, the next morning, as you're woken up by the smell, you kind of are changing clothes and such, and it is at that point that you find the note that Peril
Exactly one.
Oh, that's
left
right.
the note that Peril left in your pocket.
Oh, that stupid cat.
Elle, officially a dog person.
He didn't read it?
Oh, he read it.
Okay.
I really want to know what it said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all come into the room later and there's just a scorch mark on the wall.
Radiant energy.
Upon completing Ellesmeal Castle, knock on the door. Adios, are you awake yet?
Yes. Did you make something?
I did.
It smells like steak.
It is steak and also a roast and some lamb. I got pretty much every meat I could think you would enjoy. Would you like it? Can I come in? I'm coming in. Cass will try the door. Is the door unlocked?
Oh, yeah, it's unlocked.
Okay, cool. And Cass just has this ginormous, like literally stacked this tall.
It's the meat platter in Valheim.
Yes!
That is
Yeah.
exactly what I was thinking
It's
of.
like nice ribbons of roast, just kind of like presented very nicely.
Oh, this is the fastest
Cass-
you've ever seen Elle move.
Cass would absolutely be the kind of person to like garnish all of his plates
Oh,
because he's
yes.
like, it needs to look nice.
That's half the appeal of food.
A little bit of parsley.
Actually, Elle doesn't even move. He's sitting on his bed and he goes, that looks good. And all of a sudden a spectral hand picks it up and brings it over to him.
I was going to walk it over to you, and Cass will hold up the glass in his other hand. Do you want to do it again, or should I take the 3 steps to walk closer to you?
You can come here.
Okay. Cass will.
You
walk over-
notice that he's not holding the plate, it's being held for him. That's kind of the whole shtick.
How long does it
Amazing.
last?
Sounds amazing.
He keeps cantrip, he keeps casting it.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
That's funny.
it's very much the aesthetic of it's just kind of here, and he's like, so, what do you want? This is very good.
One, I wanted to deliver you that meal,
Well, thank you.
but I also figured I'd check in and see how you were doing.
I'm fine.
Make a
Man,
deception
you are
check.
such a bad liar. I know the mission was rough. It's okay.
I don't want... The only thing that I want to feel right now, Caspian, is the meat in my mouth. It is the only thing... Shut up. I want to focus on at the moment. Okay?
That's fine.
You can do your grave impression later, okay?
As the doors, like, the doors open, so you can also now see right next to Caspian the note from Grave on your door.
I would say
Shut up, you two!
I would say that's insulting if it wasn't so true. But
guess that
seriously, if you want to talk, now, talk. I'm here. So I just want to make sure that you know you have support.
Would have been nice yesterday. But you seem to like Peril a whole lot more.
Jealous.
Admittedly, it was really nice to work with somebody who wasn't going to have any shenanigans or get distracted by things. He was very mission-oriented, and it was a nice change of pace.
Well, sorry that I'm not so mission-oriented. Haven't done this before. My
It's part of
goodness,
the
this is
learning
delicious.
process.
What?
I said it's part of the learning process.
I'm learning. I'm trying. I'm not used to this. I didn't want to come here in the first place, but I was told it would be good.
Well, for the record, even if you really aren't sure that this is what you want, nor that you feel like I appreciated you in the last mission, I am glad that you're here. And I'm
Really?
sorry that, yes, I am. I'm sorry that it felt like I pushed you off to the side for another man.
He's technically a cat.
I mean, he's a man. He's not a human, but he's a man. He's a male. He's a dude. Is that a better word? Dude? You gotta give me something here, El.
I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest, with respect to all of that, but
Honestly, fair. I think Cass himself is a little bit confused about that.
I do not have experience working in a castle with a guard for a bunch of professional people. I come from a small town, and I made armor.
Yes. And I suppose it was a bit much for me to expect that you would understand the customs that come with positions of power that people might hold like that. But I understand that those are very volatile things. The wrong person with that kind of power can make someone's life miserable. And I just wanted to protect you guys from that. That is my realm, and I know it very well. I know the dangers that come with it. I shouldn't have expected that you would too. So I am sorry.
You don't need to apologize. I'm figuring things out. And I'll learn how to be a good teammate. I'm sorry.
It's alright. That's what we are all here for. I have definitely had my fair share of learning so far this year. Don't think I'm quite the same person that I was when I started. And I think that's a good thing.
Caspian, what does it mean to be a hero to you?
It means to protect the innocent and put them first. Even if it means it costs you.
Cost me what?
A number of things. Could cost you time. Could cost you money.
I do have a lot of that.
You do! That reminds me, I need to ask Eri about something.
Crap.
Was that an audible crap?
You don't need to ask her. Okay. I know I just apologized, but I'm going to do it again.
Guess we'll sit down.
Rogue may have... No, that's not right. I may have been convinced... No, that's not right either. I
El?
went and grabbed the deck.
I see.
It was all good for us.
For us.
For Eri and me and Rogue.
But
You may want to go check on Jose at some point.
alright.
He did it himself. I did not tell him to. Before I could say anything, He drew 3 cards. So I also drew 3. Nothing. Something bad did happen, but it was offset by something very good that happened. Then I had another very good thing that happened.
Okay.
And then we got more gems.
I see.
That's where the extra money came from. And I think Eri now has something called a wish.
Wish? Like the spell? Wish?
I think so. I'm not super familiar with it, but it's something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, she just has it now. She said it was something about, I don't know. She can...
I hope that she knows the gravity of that. That is...
It was a moon.
It is a very, very powerful spell. It's good to know. Thank you for telling me, Al. I appreciate that you were honest with me. I do obviously wish that you had not done it because it's very risky, but I'm glad that you are all right, except for Ose, who I suppose...
He's fine for now.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully. But I do want to make sure that you understand why I tried to put them in a safe location.
I do. And I will not try and get them again without your permission. Or without you there.
Just to be clear, though, what are the ramifications of pulling from the deck of many things?
Some good things and some bad things.
Clarify the bad things, just so I can be 100% sure that you understand, because that's the part I need to make sure is abundantly clear.
So bad that I won't do it again.
Okay, yes. I will accept that answer, but
Are you looking for a specific... I don't know what you're asking.
El, you could potentially die and not be possible to resurrect you, even by the means of the school.
I forgot about that.
You could be...
You pulled that card twice!
You could be teleported... Who knows where? There's so many
If you
bad things that
the
could
deck,
happen.
if you do draw from the deck again, all of the cards will be there.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
We know the dangers now.
Which includes Wish.
It does. Also includes Ruin.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I see what you're saying. All of them will be there.
All of them.
Okay.
Including the ones that you pull it and it's basically roll a new character.
Yeah.
Because yours is gone forever.
Yeah. So
I will not pull from them again.
Thank you. I just want you to understand that the
That
reason
was
I
a
asked
very
you...
controlled response.
Convincing himself of it.
He was very much convincing himself of it. It's not a Caspian, I will not pull. It's L. I will not pull from the deck of many things
I
again.
will not pull from the deck of many
I will
things.
not pull from the deck of many things. I will not pull from the deck of many things. I will not pull from the deck of many things.
written all over his room.
He finds an empty classroom and just, I will not pull, I will not pull, I will not pull, I will not pull.
But Al, I just want to make sure that you understand the reason behind why I wanted you not to pull from it. It's because I wanted to protect you. I should have clarified it more, but...
No, I get it. You are being a hero. Even if it means dealing with me and my stupid.
Well, I was going to agree with you up until the end, but...
It's okay.
Yes, it is me trying to be a hero. For me, it doesn't stop when we're not on a mission. I should always be an example. I should always be a hero. It's a constant.
I think you're doing a good job.
Thank you. It's a little tough to do sometimes, especially when I get a lot of push back. But it's good practice. And I'm trying to do the best that I can. That's why I'm here. I could learn to be a soldier. I have plenty of means of learning combat outside of the school. But I wanted to be a hero, not a soldier.
That's not what she needs. It's not a soldier.
What who needs?
What?
Who doesn't need a soldier?
Did I say something out loud?
You did.
Oops. If you roll above 5, you'll know who he's talking about.
Okay, cool.
Okay, it's Ari.
Yeah, I don't think soldiers are right. I agree with you on that. Harry.
How do you know that?
Sometimes, Elios, you're an open book. With really, really big lettering. You're so easy to read.
I am?
Sometimes.
Oh. I thought I did a good job of hiding it.
You did not.
Wait. Does everyone know?
Mm-hmm.
Does Ari know?
Everyone but her. Pretty sure she's oblivious.
That is the worst possible scenario it could possibly be.
Well, what are you going to do to fix it?
Keep eating this food and forget about it.
That's not being very proactive.
It's what I want to do right now.
You know, we're really bad about this as a team. But every once in a while, I think perhaps it would be beneficial for us to say how we are feeling to one another. Maybe just a little bit. Insinuate it. Really, really visibly. All right.
That is not what she needs right now.
Is it what she wants?
I don't think she knows what she wants.
I would agree.
So I can't push what I want onto her.
No. But we can help her discover herself. She's had a very odd upbringing.
Terrible. Horrific.
After meeting Thalion, I would believe it.
You can barely call it an upbringing, more like abuse. I couldn't think of any other word, it's just abuse.
Well, the nice thing about the position that she is in right now is that she has chances for relationships that aren't abusive. We're her friends. We have the opportunity to be for her what she hasn't been able to experience yet for herself.
Thank you for doing that.
In its own way, I think that is being heroic for Eri. Everyone needs a hero.
I need a hero. Holding out for a hero in the morning light. Sorry. That is what I want to be for her. Something that she did not have.
And I think that is a very admirable goal. One that we shall strive to ensure that you reach. Sound good?
So what do I say to her?
With her in particular, that's a tough one. I'll have to think about that.
Okay. Crow's a girl, should I ask her?
No. No. No, I would not. She's a very particular type of woman. Yeah, don't use that as an example.
Okay, I won't.
We'll find someone else to talk to. Talk to my mother. Talk to my mother. My mother would be a great resource for that.
Okay, I can do that.
There's also a charisma-based teacher at the school.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it
Teach your
again?
boy how to flirt.
Bakara.
That's right. Let's see if Elle remembers that.
She might teach him to come on too strong.
No, she knows how to temper it.
Okay.
That's just not her style.
Oh, okay.
Considering Ari has already talked to her. Wait, who are we talking about?
Bakara.
Never mind. I thought we were still
Charisma.
on.
Cass has
Cass
had
is
class
matter.
with
Yeah.
Bakara.
Yep.
So
I think it was.
I think Elle would opt to
get
talk
one.
to Cass's mom first
Yep, that's
because
fair.
Ari
Like-
seemed to get along with her.
Yeah, and it's also like Elle doesn't have a mom, so only
Elle-
friend with a mom. That's my mom.
Yeah.
Adira is
Pretty
now
much.
our mom.
Ow.
Yeah.
Mom.
I'm willing to share.
Who do you talk to next?
Ari is not back.
No.
Okay.
You go look in her room and she's not there.
You know, I knew that Ari wasn't there, but Elle did not. And so Elle like, oh my goodness, did she hear me? Oh, she's not there. Oh, thank the gods.
Yeah, that whole conversation was had with the door open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elle's looking
Sorry,
around.
nobody else is in the room.
Elle's looking around. Where's
Crow's in hers.
Yep. But Crow's in her room
Hers is a few
with the
doors
door
away,
closed. So
and the door's closed.
I'm pretty sure you've gone through efforts to soundproof your room by this point.
Maybe.
with his snoring, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ari's not there, and Elle knows that Crow isn't listening because she does not care.
Yes. Your secrets are
Cares
safe
what
and
she
mine
chooses
different.
to care. Exactly.
Girl's like, this is not new information. I don't know what you're worried about.
This was the biggest revelation for Elle.
Yeah.
So as Cass walks away, Elle kind of has a brief reflection moment. He goes, Caspian, what did this sock mean?
Oh! Turns out it was irrelevant and a mistake. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So what is the answer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Okay, so it doesn't mean anything then. Okay. So Elle puts a sock on his door.
To which Cass would see
Does
that.
Elle have socks?
He does wear sandals. It's true.
He's a sock with sandals kind of guy.
He's got one pair of socks in case it gets cold.
Yeah, that works.
Cass would see it.
You're just like, well, I only need one of these now.
That's true. The other sock goes on the door handle. He's like, maybe it's a custom that he comes from.
Cass would see it. Be like, no, I can't leave this thing. Take the sock off the door. Open the door. Quietly, very gently. Hand it to Elle. It does have a meaning. That's not it. Don't put the sock on the door. And Cass will leave and close the door.
Has to go into the compilation.
The sock. Oh. Imagine if Ari walked back and she saw the sock on the door.
And Caspian walking out of the room.
Oh God! No! That can never happen!
Oh, man.
They were making up.
No. Let's breeze past
Moving
this.
on.
Ari. As you are sitting and meditating, there's a point, probably a few hours in, where I would like you to make a perception check.
18.
Ooh.
The hairs on, well, you're underwater, so that doesn't quite work.
We feel a little tingle.
You do get the distinct sense of being watched.
He's
back.
So you look around. You see, standing on the edge of the pool, Thalion.
Piss off. I love you, bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ari swims back up.
As you surface, you see nothing.
She gets out of the pool, dries herself off. She did like take off like her vest, so she was sort of like in sort of like undergarments, but a bit more covered.
I get you.
And Britt's redresses herself, straightens out her hair, and immediately heads out to the place where he met her last time.
Mm-hmm.
To the wall.
You stand there and there's that feeling. Make a perception check.
No, that's worse. It's only a 13. I'm going to use an inspiration.
Okay.
That's much better. That's a 26.
26. There's the distinct, that feeling of almost like pressure when someone's standing right behind you, but even if they're not touching you? Mm-hmm. There's no one there.
I'll be at the riverbed. She leaves the school grounds. Goes to the riverbed.
Okay. Caspian.
Cool. Next up, Crow.
Anywho,
This freaking piece
Mr.
of garbage.
Chance, my dude.
Caswell,
I didn't plant this.
knock on the door.
yeah.
Crow, would you like some food?
Sure.
Caswell, go to open the door, starts to turn the knob. Are you decent?
In which kind of way? Morally or physically?
Well, I don't think it's morally, so I'm gonna just ask, is it physically?
I guess.
Opens door fully naked.
Caswell,
I think I look pretty decent.
Caswell, slowly open the door, peer through.
Fully clothed down to the boots.
Okay, cool.
She didn't take a single thing off when she went to bed. You were
And
scared there,
Caswell-
weren't you?
Little bit.
She'll sit up and take the food.
Yeah, Castle will hand her a plate of fish tacos, extra spicy.
Not bad. I'd rate it decent, given that it's from you. And she'll take a bite. There is clear sarcasm. She's joking.
Okay. I will take that.
That is, I believe, one of the highest praises you've actually gotten from her.
That
This is
is
true.
that is perhaps as close to a compliment as I will ever get from you.
Don't get used to it.
Would be nice.
Nah.
Nah,
If you're
as
looking
much.
for it, then definitely not.
Yeah, I suppose I shouldn't expect anything different. What if I look for insults? If I look for insults, does that mean that you'll no longer want to insult me?
If you're looking for it, then no.
Until she starts deciding to try and be nice.
Interesting, interesting. I'll mull that over for a little bit, but
Go for it.
I know you don't particularly like to talk to me, but I
Says
wanted
who?
to...
Well,
I don't like to talk to anyone, usually. You're kind of making yourself a little special here.
Sure.
Playing the victim doesn't look great on you, just saying.
Well, I suppose I'm just remembering when you and I first met, what you said. Always kind of figured you didn't like me, so...
Well, yeah, you kind of really easily fit in a box of a lot of tropes that I don't like, but kind of confusing at this point. I don't know what's going on, so whatever.
Is that was a compliment? I think.
I
I
wouldn't
think
go
you
so
just
far as
said that
that.
I don't fit the stereotypes that you originally thought I did.
That doesn't mean you don't fit a stereotype. I just don't know it yet.
Well, I guess everybody fits a stereotype somewhere. But the point remains, I wanted to make sure that if you need to talk, I know this was sort of a rough mission and a lot came up for you. Just wanted you to know that you have support.
I was actually gonna see if I could say something to the group. I don't know where Aries at. I haven't heard her in a bit.
She is out. I don't know where. I was going to go look for her after I talk with Grave. So.
You find her, bring her back. We'll, that's all.
Sounds good. Cass will.
Did you make this just for me?
Yes.
Could have just made one dish for everyone.
Well, I wanted everyone to have something they would particularly enjoy. I made this for you because I know you like fish tacos, and I made a platter that was just a bunch of different meats for Elle. I have fish tacos for Grave too, because I don't know exactly what his favorite is, but I know he likes fish tacos too, so. And I've made a stew for Harry.
Sure, I guess. We have room in the fridge?
I mean, I bought everything this morning. Without I bought it, it's all fresh. I didn't need to keep it in the fridge.
Okay, whatever. Yeah. Cool. She keeps eating it.
Okay, cool.
Cool was her closest way to say thanks. Cool, I guess.
Cass will leave, grab another plate of fish tacos, and go to Grave.
Okay. Airy,
Frick.
you arrive at the riverbed. Take a seat. The usual table or somewhere different?
Corner booth in it.
Okay.
Just out of the way. Maybe even like up on the balcony.
Gotta pull the Strider, sitting there in the dark corner with the hood up, smoking
Smoking
a
on the
pipe.
pipe. Only the pipe. Lighting up the eyes.
Misty comes by at some point. Hey. You doing all right?
Rough mission.
Fair. Yeah, there's been I've seen my fair share of students coming here after that kind of thing.
I'm might be expecting someone to meet me here.
Okay. The past insight check did not have her suggest, a special someone? But she passed, and so.
Buddy.
I got you with that one. Do you want to be meeting this someone?
I need to be. It's an overdue meeting.
Fair enough. Well, can I get you anything while you wait?
No. No, I'm fine. Thank you.
No? Not even some tea?
No, I'll be alright. Thank you. Aries gonna try and make a deception check. 16. 18 minus 2.
I have plenty of inspiration, Trey, if you want one.
See if I roll higher.
Okay.
Natural 20. Yes! Yes! So mark off an inspiration.
I will. Happily.
Okay.
It's with a natural 20, it's less of like, oh no, I'm good, like I'm fine.
Yeah.
And more like,
I don't want to be a bother.
It's less, I don't want to be a bother, and more like, I don't necessarily want you around when this guy shows up. And also, I might throw up if I eat or drink anything.
Yeah.
This air of nausea.
Maybe 5-10 minutes later, she puts some ginger tea on the table. Just in case you changed it.
Thank you.
It's good for an upset stomach.
Nice.
I love Misty.
Is it good for an upset everything?
Can't hurt.
True, tea is a magical substance.
How long does Ari wait?
Maybe. I mean, what time of day is it when she gets there? She got to the pool around like.
I would say it's probably 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
She'll stay there until probably 5 o'clock or so.
Okay.
Just 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Misty comes by.
Gives you a refill.
Tea's untouched.
Ah.
It's just cold. Mary's just.
Can heat that up for you.
No, I'm alright. I am.
Honey.
I don't know if he's coming. Thank you, though.
Okay.
She, around 5 o'clock or so, gets up and.
Misty would be coming by like every 10-20 minutes
Yeah.
to double check.
Yeah.
Aries gone for 4 hours.
Aries gone for like.
You haven't seen Ari that day.
Yeah,
Yes.
all day.
Right.
So like 5 p.m. you still haven't seen Ari.
I don't know that. I don't think Cass would wait that long. Like
Okay.
Cass would have talked to Grave and been like, okay,
Well,
so
we'll
I've
see
got
how
all of them. I've given food to,
Thankfully, stew takes the longest to make.
and it can sit on the stove for a little bit. So I think
Exactly.
he probably would have let it sit
Got
on the
that
stove
crock
for a
pot
little
going.
bit. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then he'd be like, all right, this is taking too long. Where is she?
So, well, we'll get to that, and we'll see when they might come looking. And so,
Alright.
but we know how long you would stay there,
Yep.
and if people come looking, they come looking. But first, you go to Graves' office.
Yep. Knock on the door. Buzzing.
Come in.
I think. Cass will walk in with a plate of food.
Oh,
I come bearing gifts.
please sit down.
Cass will place the food in front of him and sit down.
I assume you made some for Crow.
I did, yes. I didn't know specifically what it was that you liked. I made everyone what I knew was
This is
the
wonderful.
favorite. So,
It's more Crow's favorite, but I do very much enjoy them.
well, what's yours? Sorry to put you on the spotlight. It is what Cass would ask.
There's this bread that
None.
None?
it's none is unleavened, right?
I
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a flatbread.
Yeah, it's a flatbread, unleavened. Someone back home made it quite often. And it's very simple, but just some butter on it and putting it back in the oven, and it's just melt in your mouth, delectable.
Sometimes simple is the best.
Especially when that simple reminds you of home.
Well, I plan on learning baking eventually, so perhaps I will learn to make
It's a
that.
high bar to hit, but I will be very impressed.
Well, I did a lot better with learning to cook than I originally would have thought, so perhaps maybe I can do it again. Baking can't be that much different from cooking, right?
You've fired a crossbow, a ranged weapon. How different is that to swordplay?
Completely?
But both are combat.
Okay.
That's the type of difference you're looking at.
But you know what? I'm skilled with both, so
Indeed.
I've got it.
Certainly not out of the question, but don't expect many skills to carry over.
Confidence is key, right? So,
Competence is a start.
well, I've got plenty of people to teach me, so I'm sure I'll be all right. But I thought, because I know that mission was rough on all of us, and you seemed for a moment like you weren't having a good time. You know, you're the therapist for us all the time. Somebody needs to be there for you to rant to.
I very much appreciate that. I was distressed that I could not do more for Crow.
Having to sit by and watch from the sidelines as she goes through it.
Not only as she finds out who is responsible for what happened to her clan, but also as she encounters someone from it. I helped her bury everyone. The only reason she knew some were alive was that there weren't bodies to bury. Ultimately, I think it is a good thing that I wasn't able to as much as I wanted to. I've come to care very much for Crow, but I also want her to be able to stand on her own, and she did so remarkably.
She surprises us all. She is
Thanks.
a very capable woman.
Including herself. How about you?
Am I capable of standing on my own, or am I...
How
okay?
are you doing?
I think I'm okay. At least for the most part. I didn't...
Does he even need a roll?
No. I mean, Cass
I
is,
like saying the high numbers.
Cass is also...
34.
By all means.
Cass is also at the point where he's like, I'm not even gonna bother like trying to hide anything from Grave, because
Yep.
Grave's just gonna like figure it out anyway. That was the first time that I took a life,
A few lives.
and I
This one.
yeah, Cass only killed one.
That's true.
Harry killed the other guy.
Very.
Yeah.
And Peril.
Yeah.
No, the one guy killed himself.
That's true.
Okay, yeah,
He
yeah.
fell on the spear.
Yeah.
Sword.
But
So Eric had credit for that too.
Amy's over here trying to get a higher kill count.
Ari, on the ground, unconscious. Yeah, I'll take that kill. Acting like it wasn't an assist.
We are at some point going to be in combat, and one of us is gonna get like a big kill, and someone else is gonna be like, "That still only counts as one."
Kill steal.
But yes, that was the first time I've ever killed somebody, and I didn't go back to try and save them. I killed the fire giant, but I was able to go back and save her before it was too late. She was bleeding out. I did it again here, but I got so distracted by everything that happened that I forgot to go back.
Respectfully, did you forget? Or were they not, in your mind, the type of people you save?
Honestly, Grave, I don't think that they were the kind of people worth saving. But that doesn't mean that I didn't want to anyway. By all rights, the kind of people that would kidnap or kill or maim, they're not innocent. They're not the people I'm here to protect, but they're still people.
I think that that is a very honorable stance to take, and one that I personally agree with. I've had a few encounters with the Night Wardens, having traveled around that region quite a bit. You'd be very hard-pressed to find someone with sympathy for them.
I don't doubt.
That being said, the questions of priorities, of standards. But before any of that, if I may impart one word of advice, whether it's the fire giant, the Night Wardens, or whoever else you may encounter, personally, I wouldn't advise doing something with the intent to undo it. You do have the capability to bring someone back. If they're bleeding out, eventually, even if they are briefly dead. What happens if there's a magic blackout? Or something else happens, or the fight goes on longer than you would have expected. I hold no judgment to taking a life when necessary. You are willingly putting yourself in a scenario where your own life is at risk every time you go out on a mission. But if your intent is to not take lives by stabilizing them after landing a killing blow, perhaps it would be simpler to not land the killing blow in the first place.
A little difficult with a sword, but you are right.
Something being difficult sometimes means it's worth doing.
Yeah.
That is not to say that it comes from a place of judgment. It does not. Even if you had killed all of them with no remorse, I may not have liked that, but I would not have judged it.
I guess I will have to figure out how I want to proceed.
That's why you're here.
funny, I said the same thing to Elle.
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
No. I just don't want to be the kind of person that kills indiscriminately. And I know it's a slippery slope, so I just...
To a degree. But, you have a good heart in you, Caspian.
I appreciate you saying that. I like to think that it's true.
It is.
Hearing it every once in a while helps.
Always happy to.
Thanks, Grave.
What's your favorite?
I think my favorite is a nice grilled salmon with a little lemon on it, twice baked potatoes, and I usually like a fruit or a vegetable with it. Very simple meal, but it covers all the bases.
Simple, huh?
You would.
Yeah.
You reminded me of Miracle Max. Except a nice MLT. Mutton, lettuce, and tomato, where the mutton is real nice and lean.
I love that entire scene was ad-libbed by him. Every bit of it.
Love
The director just went up to him, he's like, hey, forget the lines. Just be you. And it was like 8 hours of them having to kick people out because they kept laughing during the filming.
Didn't Carrioles break a rib because he was trying to stop himself from laughing?
He didn't break a rib, I think, but he like sprained it somehow.
Yeah,
but
I
he
think
did.
bruised
he did.
a rib.
Yes, that's what it was. He
Yeah.
bruised a rib.
Incredible.
It's amazing.
Because he was
Yeah.
laying there and I was tensing so much to stop himself from laughing.
Yeah. After their conversation, Cass will go back, check on the stew, wait a
Yep.
little bit, and then after not seeing Aerie for a long enough time, he would go back to Grave and be like, Grave, can you send Aerie a message to just... Because Grave has sending, right?
He might have it. He might not have it.
I'd swear we've used it with him.
He might not have it prepared.
Oh.
You can prepare.
Please have it prepared.
You can have it prepared.
Cool.
Retroactive. He's a DM. He can do what he wants.
I mean, it's the next day. I mean, it's probably something standard that he keeps.
Yeah.
It's like Einar. Einar always had it.
He has a non-mission day list of spells.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
And
I would too if I
On
were
his
him.
legitimate days off, he doesn't have sending prepared, so it's like equivalent of like turning off your phone.
Yes.
Yes.
Mute Teams.
Amazing.
Turn off notifications on your phone.
What a blissful time.
I need to do that.
But yeah, Cass would ask.
yes,
The
certainly.
entire time I was on maternity leave, I was deleting Teams off my phone. Do
As you
not
should.
contact.
He would basically just be like, let her know that I'm looking for her and I have something I would like to give her.
Eri, Caspian is wondering where you are. He's made something for you.
So this would have been around what time?
Oh, probably like 2-ish, I guess.
Yeah.
3?
So you've been
Okay.
sitting
The riverbed
in the
for-
riverbed for like an hour.
Understood. I am not sure when I will be back, but I will be back eventually.
She did not give her location. She said she's not sure when she'll be back, but she will be. Eventually.
This is not a satisfactory answer.
That's
That's a 32 on insight.
Yeah.
A twinge of... You know when you're on the phone with someone and it's a conversation that's like someone unexpectedly calls you and you're like, I am literally waiting on like something else, and as soon as that other thing happens, I like immediately have to hang up, so you're just trying to get off the phone as quickly as possible. It's that kind of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She seemed quite Kurt.
She did leave very early this morning without a word.
That's not entirely unlike her.
Something about it felt off, I suppose.
I would be inclined to agree. The cafe, the library, and believe House Naira are places that I know she likes to frequent.
You wouldn't happen to be free to come with me, would you? Just in case. I would take L, but he's probably not in the best headspace for it, and I would take Crow. But I don't think she particularly wants to leave her room, so...
Do anything for
I'll do anything for Ari.
Oh, it's okay. Elle is currently. Crow, have you seen Eddie?
Crow, have you seen Ari? Crow, have you seen Ari?
Crow, have you seen Eddie?
You might be surprised what happens if you ask.
And in that moment, I expect the two of them show up in his door.
What?
Oh.
Would we have?
Elle knocks on your door and says, "Have you seen Ari?"
What do you think? Yeah, she's in here.
So
We're
that's a
having
no.
Girl bonding time?
So
can't do
yes. What?
Insight. See how?
Sorry, I'm missing out.
11.
That's enough.
Okay.
She's totally pulling you up.
Yeah, he's like,
Singular leg.
stop it. I know she's not
Stop
in
what?
there.
You haven't
Stop.
seen it? Would you be jealous if she was?
Yes. Where?
It's not like you invite her to anything.
I
I've
do,
taken her out on
sometimes.
more dates than you have. As a matter of
Well,
fact.
how do I do it? I don't know how.
You just don't have Riz, honestly.
Neither do you!
Take your 4.
Oh,
not
so
abide. I will not abide. You just don't have a ring.
She leans into her
Person
door
with
and
eight
hits her head
charisma
against
to
the frame.
20 charisma?
Yes, 20 charisma.
And yet I still catch more than you do.
That is because I'm going after one thing. You go after anything that moves.
I have preferences.
Uh-huh.
Still a much wider net.
So you have not seen her then?
You thought about looking for her?
That's what I'm doing, and you are not helping.
You're spending a lot of time standing here talking.
Such an ass.
I'm so glad that you got to make up with your friend yesterday, but apparently nothing has changed.
I think you'll take that a little.
What?
I'm taking the sass to the grave.
You know, that's a good idea. We should go see Grave. Let's go.
And why am I getting involved?
Because!
Do you need me to help you talk to her?
Maybe.
Let's make sure this doesn't go over horribly. She'll fall off.
And
That moment,
you might be surprised what happens when you ask.
Grave? Grave? Grave?
Come in.
I'm gonna hit
speak
you.
of the devil and he shall appear. Enter, L.
Where? There's a bad guy?
It's an expression.
He's not that bad.
No, but you are.
Thanks.
Nice to see you all feeling better.
Who knows?
Fair enough.
Have either one of you seen Eddie? That's why we...
No, that's actually why I was talking to Grave. She's out somewhere and doesn't really want to say where.
That was a 7 on just a flat wisdom check.
Uh-huh.
So does that mean that Elle is like, it's probably nothing, you know, she's probably just doing one of her little things
Airy
that she's
things.
doing. Yeah, airy things. Or does he jump right to crap, Valian?
Let's say make an intelligence check.
Oh, that's even worse.
I know.
Exactly.
4.
No, like make an.
Oh, make another one?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want that. 12.
12? Okay.
12.
There is confusion in your mind because you're just like, I genuinely don't know. Like, you feel like it might be something, but you have no idea what.
Considering yesterday, what do you think? Should we look for her, or should we just let her be?
I was going to look for her.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll help. I'm glad that wasn't the only one. Are you coming?
Whatever.
That's a yes. She wants to help Eddie too.
Well, you can still come along if you want, Grave, or if you want to stay, that's fine too.
I have office hours.
Very well. The three of us will go looking.
What does that stop to you?
I go when I'm needed.
You might be needed.
You three are more than enough.
Stop showing up at my door all the time.
Cass will
Fine.
just kind of be like, all right, come on, and start the rounds of going around, looking in those places, asking around for her, seeing. Is she here? No.
You really
Did
need
anyone
some
see her?
kind
No.
of location spell.
Like locate person?
Yeah.
Locate object, even.
I have
There's not
located
an object yet.
but
She's carrying
Yeah.
objects.
but
Yeah.
the range is only 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
That's
Which actually, how big is the school?
way better than that.
Like, if I stood in the middle of it, would I be able to tell if she's in one of the?
That would cover the main building. I don't think it would reach the towers.
Okay.
It's pretty big.
Everywhere that we're looking is going to be in a tower, though, right? So.
The cafe and the library are both in House Sarada, and then House Naira is the other one.
Cool.
Are they next to each other?
No, the cafe is on the...
No, the towers.
What do you mean?
Like,
which order are they in?
The towers are evenly spaced.
yeah,
Yes,
Sarada's at the
Sarada's
back.
at the far north.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's Naira?
Naira is 2 hour right.
Directly to the... Okay, so it's the next tower over.
It's a little bit.
Cass will stand in the middle of the two of them, and he can cast Locate Object
Okay.
on something that he knows that Aerie carries.
The bag of holding.
That would work.
That might
Yeah.
also.
Actually, if you choose a generic object, like a bag of holding, it will
okay.
just point you to the nearest one.
Okay, so he will...
The bracers?
Well,
the
oh yeah,
necklace?
the bracers. Those are specific to her, so...
Or the necklace.
I was actually going to say, Caspian would have noticed that Aerie left her room without her bracers.
Okay, so he would know that. Would he happen to know if she does or does not have her necklace on? Because I don't think he's really seen her without it, really.
If she wears it, she usually keeps it. Can you make a perception check?
Retroactive perception check. Nice. 18.
You would have seen just the hint of a little chain on her neck. So
Okay.
she was
So she's got
wearing it.
So Cass will locate object on the
Necklace of adaptation.
and
Oh, the
nothing.
necklace of adaptation. Yes, that she does wear at all times.
So
Nothing.
be like, all right, she is not.
How long
any-
does locate object last?
10 minutes.
Yeah, so you can do a round and like walk
Yeah.
around and
Take a lap. Jog and
Double check.
So yeah, he'll go for as long as it.
yeah. I will say
lasts.
with 10 minutes, 1,000-foot radius, you can cover the entire school. And so you are certain at the end of that 10 minutes, she is not here.
All right, so 99% sure that she is not at the school. Where else could she have gone? Where else would she have gone?
town, shopping, maybe.
Aerie doesn't strike me as the type to shop for this long. Where,
The copper captain.
If
people
she would
really
be
like
out
that
shopping,
store?
it'd be
I do.
getting rocks, looking
true.
for
For 7
interesting
hours?
trinkets. Has she been gone for 7 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was. A
Oh no, I could trinket shop for 7 hours.
See, that's why I'm not.
That's about the light lab. No, that's where I like to go.
hit our main shopping spots. Use your
Alright.
thing.
Hit the main shopping spots, the riverbed. I don't really know where else.
Okay. Go roll me a d20.
D20.
The cliffs.
12.
Waterfall.
12? Okay. I'll say it takes you. It's not the first location you go, but within an hour. So by like 3 or so.
Okay.
You decide to check the riverbed, and are you still using locate object with each place you go to?
I don't have that many casting skills. It's a second level spell. So, I think he would like be looking around. He might use it in the. We'll say he would use it in the market area because that's
Yep.
pretty wide. But I don't think he would use it in the riverbed because he can just ask around and be like,
That's
"Hey,
true.
have you seen Ari?"
I'm going to give you Bardic Inspiration when we get to the riverbed,
Okay.
Yep. You do get to the riverbed,
just in case.
and Misty welcomes you in. Usual table, or are you going to be sitting with Harry?
Ah, perfect. We were looking for her.
I see.
Take her table. I assume. Cass will.
And bring this to her. It's
It's
another
another
cup of
tea.
Nice.
a cup of tea.
Elle will kind of like motion to Misty. Has she been talking to anyone?
Sitting alone.
And no one has showed up.
Not so far.
Okay, good. Thank you. And Elle will walk away.
Yeah, Cass didn't even. Cass wasn't even paying attention to that. He's like, he has no thought of, oh, it could be Thalion. He's just like, what's Harry doing over here? I'm gonna go bring her a tea. And he like beelines it straight to her.
Yeah, she's like sitting like top balcony, like way in the back, corner booth, just sort of staring into her cold cup of tea.
He'll put the hot one next to her.
This
been-
teacup is, by the way, just like painted completely red on the outside.
Is there significance to that? I don't.
You're not sure,
Okay.
but there is.
Oh, okay.
Caspian, what are you doing here?
We were looking for you. It's a bit of a reclusive place.
Look, if I was out here to stew, I'd at least grab a bottle of something stronger.
That might not be the prime advice that you should listen to.
It's very me advice. Just saying.
Yes, I will agree with that.
It is,
Okay.
just, it's alright.
You okay?
Jittery for the
Yeah,
last mission.
sure. You don't usually do this, just saying.
You want to make insight checks against her
Crow.
deception.
Already knows this is not very normal for Ari. She doesn't know what's going on. That's a 15.
I'm tempted to use my natural 20.
That you got from winning Jeopardy.
Yeah.
But no. It's an 8.
Oh yeah, we all know. I rolled a 24.
I would. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, you can tell like she's very like nervous, and sort of the similar curtness that she had when responding to Grave is, I need you all to leave. I'm waiting on someone.
You waiting on someone?
Potentially.
Who is it?
I wonder who that someone is.
I thought I saw Thalion earlier.
That's not who I thought it was. Oh, thank. Wait, no, that's worse.
Who did you think it
Huh?
was?
Ignore him.
I thought it might have been a guy.
Did he say he was gonna meet you here?
No. I don't know. I'm trying to get my thoughts together. And
I'm gonna roll insight on whether or not there's suspicions of hallucinations. Crow would not be unfamiliar with such a concept. That is a 9.
She genuinely doesn't know.
Okay.
But
Less about airy, wondering if it's hallucination, and more Crow being like, is she like, not
Whether or not
mentally
Crow would have the
stable?
idea. As you look up and around at your friends, you notice
Okay, we're good.
That's concerning.
thin lines on each of their necks that start bleeding as if their throats have been cut.
I have to go.
Hey,
And
What?
she books it.
Eri, wait!
You all technically can make a opportunity attack to try and grab her if you'd like.
no.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think Cass would.
Elwood.
Go for it. Athletics versus athletics or acrobatics.
All right. 25.
Do I want to use inspiration?
Let this go. She's slippery.
What would L?
What would Elle do?
I think when L goes to reach for her, he like stops himself, and that hesitation is what makes him miss. Addie, I'm sorry. As she's running away,
And she just
keeps going.
keeps going, doesn't.
Alright, something.
I feel like she just jumps over the banister.
Slow fall. Boom.
Before she gets out of reach, is it a magical effect that's happening?
You don't know.
How does this work? See within no, not that's the wrong thing. Choose one creature object magical effect within range. Any ongoing spell level 3 or lower on the target. He's just going to select Airy and cast Dispel Magic. He doesn't know what against,
Okay.
but he's going to try it.
Give me a moment.
Oh boy.
I saw you making a face earlier, contemplating things.
Actually had nothing to do with this.
Okay.
Something else.
No, I was pleasantly surprised at the new changes to the Unearthed Arcana Artificer.
Okay.
So distracted.
I was just, I had nothing to do. I was happy to listen, but I was also like, oh, I've been meaning to see that. Okay. There is a specific.
I don't know if you can do Dispel Magic on something that you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Pinpoint.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range.
But if you don't know what the magical effect is,
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Any ongoing spell of level 3 or lower on the target ends.
I need you to make a roll. Yep, I need you to roll.
Alright, this is
A
where your inspiration's
spellcasting
coming.
ability check without proficiency, I believe.
So just 5.
yeah.
Yeah.
16.
The effect is dispelled.
Nice. I hope. Nice. Last time you did this, she started attacking you, so.
Do you
No.
move back?
I stopped.
No,
that.
she keeps running.
Yeah.
I don't think she even notices. She.
The feeling of that presence vanishes as you run out the door.
She just. I think she goes to the ruins. Just doesn't stop until she gets there.
Go ahead and make me a con save.
That's true. It's a long walk.
That is a long way.
last time you guys flew?
10.
10. I'm gonna say you take a level of exhaustion.
That's fine.
Well,
Yeah, something is very wrong here. Misty,
I know that it worked, right?
You know that it worked.
There was something attack. I don't know if it was attacking her or if it was definitely influencing her. But I just removed something. I do not know what it was. But it's gone.
of course.
I don't know. I don't know if it is him
Who
or
else?
not. We have some pretty big enemies. Would I know if it was Thalion at all?
She didn't communicate anything.
Based off vibe check, yeah. Cor says that.
well, we don't have any other particular enemies of hers that we know of. Not that she thinks Thalion is an enemy, but he's definitely an enemy. Adversary, at least.
Would El know? Would El have an idea of where she goes? Considering he went with her to the ruins?
I mean,
Make
maybe.
an insight check.
Natural 20.
Yeah, that's the next likely place you go. If Ari is just sprinting somewhere,
It's the
Without
That's
even
probably
thinking,
it.
absolutely.
Yep. El was like, I know where she's going. And El starts running.
I guess we're running.
Wait,
What?
I don't know if we need to crowd her right now. She's kind of going through it. Listen, she and Elle, they need to talk.
Frick.
If anything, they need space.
I do agree that they need to talk. I can't let them. I can't. All right. I'm gonna agree with you. We're gonna play it that way. We'll leave them be. And if they're not back by the time the tram stops, we go out looking for them.
It's like a several-hour walk to get up there. Aries fast, but Elle's gonna take a while, so you know. We'd
That's
be sitting
honestly
for a long
fair.
time.
It is.
it's not several hours, is it?
To go cross town?
Oh, yeah.
Cross
yes.
town, up the hill. Because
Yeah.
last time you guys flew up it,
It's true.
a regular walk, would be 4 hours as it went last time. So
Okay,
Aries
yeah.
gonna
How
cut
tall are
that
the
down to
cliffs?
2 or less.
600 feet?
At least.
Okay. Yeah, I can make it up with
Like,
You've made it up before with that,
Yeah.
so.
Cass would go to Misty and order 2 rooms just in case they end up coming back and need somewhere to stay because the tram's not running.
She kind of just, as you come up. Okay.
Yeah.
Fred.
Listen,
but there is only
Those
one
two-
bed!
One bed, Trump.
One bed, one bed!
One bed,
I did say 2 rooms.
Yep, you did.
So, you know.
And El is out of socks. Okay.
I don't think Ari wears socks.
No, probably not.
No. She has like slippers.
Put a slipper on the door.
El
grab, like,
would be so confused.
Just grab like a towel and wrap it around the doorknob.
Yes, you are able to. I'm trying to. I know that there's a list of what prices are.
Let's just say it's 2 gold.
Yeah, for the time being. But regardless, eventually, you're able to catch up to Ari.
Wait. First. So what now? Spar?
What?
Spar? I guess. I could hit something.
Alright. Let's set the ground rules. With or without armor, with or without
Oh.
weapons.
Good old fashioned.
You just want to have a fist fight.
It's fun. What, after everything, you can't let me have my way for once? I've been through it, you know.
Wow.
Well, you're not wearing any armor. Cass is just gonna punch you in the shoulder.
In the middle of the riverbed?
Hey!
It's not like a full on damage. It's just like, all right,
Take it outside or I'm getting my husband.
we will.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Please.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, you did give me dinner.
For the record, just each of you roll 3 attack rolls.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Bad, mediocre, mediocre.
12, 21, and 8.
Well, the 8's not gonna hit because I think
No,
my armor
this is-
class is 10.
Whichever one of you rolls higher.
Oh, then you're gonna beat them all because I rolled
Really?
a 9, a 10, and a 5.
Dang, okay.
I assume we're not adding any modifiers or anything.
Yeah, no, this is
Or,
just a.
Oh, no,
Punching-
without modifiers.
Oh, without modifiers. That would be
7.
a 7, a 3, and a 16.
Oh.
Still think Crow wins, but it's not.
Wait, a 7, a 3, and a 16 in that order?
Not in that order. It was a 7, a 16, a 3.
7, 16, and 3. I had a 9, a 10, and a 5.
Oh, cast me 1.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
2 to 1.
barely.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Let's
He
go.
wins one, she wins one, but then Caspian
Yeah.
takes it.
Yeah.
better luck next time.
There won't be a next time.
Oh, you chicken.
Oh.
I'll just steamroll you. It's a steamroller.
I just beat you
Don't even
twice.
know her.
What does that even mean?
Do you want to open that can of worms?
No, it does not. Cass has no idea what that is. We could just skip through that now.
It's like
For the sake of getting to these two. And
Yes.
forcing them to talk. And
No. By all
No,
means,
there-
continue to be
No.
nonsensical.
You must let out your emotion.
Okay.
I don't want to. Have the heart to heart. I don't want to. Too bad. Go!
You get given 4 silver pieces as change.
Okay.
A comfortable room is 8 silver.
Cool. Alright. So,
Who talks first?
you talk first? I talk first?
I think Elle would kind of walk within 30 feet of her, but then stop.
You see Ares sitting under the big tree. The fireproof tree.
Can you make a wisdom save for me?
Yes, I can.
Can I inspire her?
This is as you are approaching.
Okay.
9.
Okay.
Why is he
it's a
rolling
lot
dice?
of dice.
Why is he rolling dice?
D10s.
Big numbers.
What are you doing?
This is 24 psychic damage.
To who?
To Ari.
Why?
Oh, jeez, she's bleeding.
However, you believe it's fire damage. As you are sitting at the base of the tree, trying to collect yourself, you suddenly feel heat. And as you look up, all of the ruins are bathed in fire.
Aries being cyberbullied right now.
No, psychic bullied.
Oh, there you go.
Stop it. Stop.
I didn't do anything.
She doesn't even acknowledge you. She's just clutching her head and sobbing and trying to pat out like invisible flames on her and just screaming in pain. And you would probably notice probably like a little blood trickle from her ears, from her nose.
Bro, just standing there?
No.
Okay, thank you.
One. Elle's going to walk up to her, and he's not gonna lay a hand on her. But I'm gonna cast Healing Word at 2nd level. So that's 4 plus 3, so 7, 12. So that's 12 points of healing.
He's no longer bloodied.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think as Aerie looks over and sees Elle, she sees him burning. Elle, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
For what? You didn't do anything. I'm the one who should be apologizing.
She's just not. You can tell without even having to make an insight check that something is off. She is not acting rationally.
Can I make an Arcana check? Mm-hmm. Elle is confused, and so is Ryan. So that is...
It took me a second to remember this person.
That's an 11.
An 11?
Yeah.
What are you confused by?
The hell is happening? Is there... I guess simultaneously, Elle is pulling from his knowledge of magic.
You dispelled something.
Yes.
Nothing saying it can't be recast.
Okay. Let's do it again. Dispel magic.
Need you to roll a check.
Seriously, you need to, like, block, unfollow, you know. Really. It's gonna keep happening.
Dice higher.
They won't get better.
20.
As Elle reaches out his hand and hums the low tune, the flames vanish. There's just a pounding in your head.
Eddie. Here. And he takes the ring of mind shielding off. Bless you. Bless you again. Well done on being silent.
Gentle.
I think it was.
I don't risk it anymore.
I was thinking about it. It's kind of a tense moment, though, so I figured I wouldn't. And Elle will give Aerie the ring of mind shielding back. Put this on.
She takes it. I need to ask you this back anyway.
He's going to stay with her for the hour that it takes to attune to it.
She doesn't put it on.
Eddie, please put it on.
I want to know.
Well, what is happening?
I don't know. She doesn't know, right?
I would say make a wisdom check.
Wisdom or history?
Either.
Do you have to reattune to things?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Elle attuned to it.
Alright, yeah, that's a flat 20.
Flat 20. You do recall that Thalion's apprentice before you was a wizard of the School of Illusion.
Now we got another one to deal with.
We already hired a hacker to cyberbully her? Like, petty, dude.
You know, at some point, we're gonna just start accumulating enough enemies that we're just gonna be like, alright, screw it, you're all dead.
Harry,
much.
can I also make an Arcana check to determine what's the range of the spell she put on me?
You can make an Arcana check. Sure.
Can I do something?
You can see Eric is thinking things through.
He'll be quiet and wait patiently. Use an inspiration.
No, I've got one.
Okay. I have 2.
It didn't help. Inventory, how many do I have left? I've got one more.
You can make it an arm check if you'd like.
Ryan's chomping at the bit.
16.
16. You're able to, as the spell shatters, get a little bit of a sense of it. At the very least, it appears to be a version of the spell Phantasmal Killer. Fourth level illusion.
Okay.
Range of 120 feet.
Hey, no looking it up. Put your phone down. I see that.
Yeah, you can look it up.
Elle starts looking around.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
Aries also
Please.
looking around.
I like that you knew what I was doing.
I'm gonna use my natural 20.
Good, because I just rolled a natural 1.
Do you not have any more?
I had 2. But
I'm gonna use my natural 20 on this.
where is she?
You know for a fact there is no one here.
I shouldn't have used my natural 20 on that.
Well, you can roll first to see
13.
13.
I'll use my other inspiration before I roll it. Before I use my natural 20. We'll say that. That's much better. That's 26.
26. Cool. You can keep your prize for now.
Troy is such a benevolent DM.
Thank you, DM.
We appreciate you.
Oh shoot! I forgot to bring cookies. I left over cookies from work.
I was like looking around in a panic.
You are pretty certain there is no one here other than you and Elle.
You need to stay away from me.
No. We're kind of on the same team. And you're going through something, obviously. So no, I am not going to stay away from you.
He'll kill you.
Okay, he can try. I've died before. Eddie, what is happening to you?
She feels the back of her neck.
Nothing there.
There should be nothing there, Eddie.
If you want, you can cast Detect Magic.
I don't think I have that.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't. I have the spell magic.
that's fair.
But I plan to take Detect at some point.
Caspian has Detect Magic.
Correct. But I think Elle would know that there's nothing there.
She pockets the ring.
Eddie,
I can't tell you.
you're going to have to.
You are not safe around me. Do you understand that?
I do. And yet I still stand here. I knew the Academy would not be safe. I knew that going to the Concord would not be safe, and I know that standing by you will not be safe. But I'm going to do it anyway. It is my choice, and I choose to stand by you. I choose to love you.
You don't love me.
How do you know?
I'm not worth loving.
That is not for you to decide. I decide that. Others decide that. And I will prove to you that you are worth loving. No matter what. Hey. Let's do this together. You're stronger than you think.
I need to figure some things out.
That is perfectly okay. You're in a perfect environment to do that. But do not think that you need to do it alone. And it's not just me. Caspian. Crow. I think. Grave. There are many people here that will stand with you. That will help you and protect you. What did I tell you when we were standing on the grass, or sitting on the grass? We were somewhere over there, on the campus. Do you remember what I said?
So much has happened. I know what you're trying to convince me of. And Elle, it's almost 50 years of me trying to unlearn things. Me trying to figure out right from wrong, and Elle, I'm so terrified. For you, for Caspian, for Crow, for everything going on. I'm not a safe person to be around. I'm not a safe person to love. And nothing you can say will dissuade me of that fact. Because let's say, by some miracle, your love lasted for the rest of your life for me. And by some miracle, I was able to leave the Concord and not have any consequences from that. Any love I have is going to end in heartbreak. I'll outlive you by hundreds of years, Elle. Hundreds of years. Don't ask me to carry the weight of your love with all of that. Because I don't know. I don't know anything. And I don't know if...
Eddie.
I don't know if we'll even survive.
Eddie. Why have you already decided the future, even though it has not come? Tomorrow is still tomorrow. Growing up, Dio taught me when I was in the forge and when I would make things. I was young and I was unskilled, and the forge was dangerous. The tools that I used were dangerous. And Dio taught me that these tools were dangerous. But he did not teach me to fear them. He taught me to respect them. And through that respect, I understood I still got burned. I still hit my thumb, and it hurt. It hurt a lot. But that pain was temporary. And over time, it would go away, and I learned how to hit the metal so that I would not hit my thumb. The forge was dangerous, but I was taught how to be safe in it, to be safe working there, to be safe doing dangerous things. Life is the same way. And you say that you'll outlive me for hundreds of years. I don't know how long my life will be. You don't know how long your life will be. But why sacrifice today when you, through fearing tomorrow? I'm going to live today.
I'm glad you're able to have that perspective. I'm glad that's something Dio taught you. But I was taught to always be looking ahead. The next steps. Thinking as far ahead as I can to plan for every outcome. And every outcome every future I have, it's death and heartbreak.
And you believe that?
I do. And I appreciate the comfort you're trying to provide. I really do. And maybe another day I'll be able to listen better. But I'm just tired. And I need to send a letter. She gets up and she starts climbing down the mountain. Climbing down the cliffside.
Straight scaling.
Yeah.
Before she gets to the edge of the cliff, Elle's going to ask her, can you wait for that day? When you think that you can hear what I'm saying and think of it differently. Because I pose you this question. What will you do if you're wrong? Think about it. If I'm wrong, I've had a good father and I've had good friends, and I am content. But what if you are wrong? I'll wait for the day that you believe you're ready to listen and hear this. And until that day, I am not going to stop loving you.
Even then. And even then.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And she jumps. I mean, doesn't like jump.
No, I get it. She just goes,
Woo! No, she
Eddie!
she starts climbing back, so she doesn't have to walk all the way back.
yeah.
Al's not going to leave yet. He's going to hang out.
Nice dream.
Yeah. think.
Put there by a dragon. Mm-hmm. You don't know that. You weren't there, but...
El's gonna hang out. He's gonna hang out by the tree. He's gonna think for a second.
He can do that?
He has moments of clarity
Take your
specifically when Ari needs it.
Well, you got shenanigans for that? Yeah, dang, bro! Dang!
100% worth it.
So mean!
I don't know, is it bad that I was thinking in my head, can he do that?
It's not as bad as someone else saying it.
This is true.
I just said what we were all thinking. Ryan included.
See, if I wanted to be mean, say, are you capable? So both of you, inspiration for that entire.
I think
Yeah.
it's...
I got one now.
I want to use it. I really do.
Is that your question? But what specifically?
What would L do?
Don't ask a question for details that you know will be revealed eventually.
Yeah.
What, if L were to use it, what question might he ask?
Would he employ a wisdom?
This really isn't something the DM can answer, though. That's the
I'm
issue.
still curious.
How do I win Ares' heart?
Oh yeah.
I can't
It's
really
gonna
use
be
a
like,
question
There
for
is
that.
How
no
do I free
objective
Ares?
answer to that.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And
And I
so, but that's
think
what I
Elle
would
would
think in
know
his
that.
mind. And he goes, no, that's not right.
How do we
Besides,
free
there's
Ari
quite a
from
few people
Bel?
you can just ask that question as well.
Yep. How do we free Aerie from Thalian's grip?
Also, not
Not an objective.
it's not an objective. Like, there's probably a lot of ways you could do it. But so it's not quite as clear cut. The question is mostly used for a factual.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah. Why not? Where's the dragon sword?
Are you sure you want to ask that?
We already
wait.
established.
Do we know where it is?
Do you even know about the dragon's horde? Because Ari and Crow did that in secret.
Yeah,
That is true.
Oh,
Yeah.
so Elle wouldn't know about that.
Nope.
Thank God.
Also, they're fairly certain they know where it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or at least where the entrance is.
Yeah.
Well, that's all of his questions.
At least the ones that aren't related to the larger plot threads.
Yeah.
Which you listen, if you interrupt what I had planned for the story beats by using that, go genuinely go for it.
I can't think of a really good question right now because the first two were obviously very. They had no objective answer. The first one you couldn't even answer. What was
Yeah.
it about?
I could give an answer. It just
No, but it is what would pop into his mind. All right, he's gonna sit there and do exactly this, and if I can think of something, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Fair.
Ari goes back to her room, pulls out her box of paper birds. And she writes one that's sort of her standard shorthand mission recap. She informs Thalion about Nixtal and his ability to use magic during a blackout. And she has been regularly sending
To
sort of-
Thalion.
to Thalion specifically. They did get much shorter during a stretch of time, just sort of much more brief, and sort of like nothing new to report. But the mission, she does include details, so she did, let him know about Arcana. and she lets him know about Nixatal. And then she sends a second paper bird to Thalion. That is essentially, I'm ready to listen. I will be home during the winter break. If you wish to speak sooner, I will meet you off campus at a location of your choosing. Or, yeah, it's essentially what she says.
An interesting note. Whenever you've sent them in the past, the birds have flown east. So that's the direction of the Concorde.
Mm-hmm.
They fly north.
She watches out her window. Does it just keep going?
Mm-hmm. Keeps going north till it vanishes out of sight.
Does she know? Do you need to know the person's name in order to send them a paper bird, or do you just need to know of them?
I think you need to know their name. It has to essentially be addressed to them.
Let me.
I don't know if that's rules as written, but that's, I think, the...
Because I don't know if it's like a sending.
What happens if two people have the exact same name?
It's magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to speak
Whose
a creature's name.
you uttered. Okay.
Yeah.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know the name, does she?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
You might.
On nat 20.
Unfortunately, I don't know.
I don't think we ever came up with a name.
Whoops.
let me double check.
I
real
think
quick.
I was like, anytime, I'm just gonna leave that to you.
Mm-hmm.
The things we continue to miss after having crafted these characters.
Listen,
what,
there's
you
a
said 3
lot of
years ago?
details. It's not 100% clear which ones are going to be important.
Yeah.
We built a whole stinking military that we didn't end up needing.
Well, you know.
I still use that for stuff.
I had a whole squad full of people that I think
You,
like
you
one
did
person
have
came up.
You did have a lot of this stuff.
It was a lot of fun.
I had like 1 page for Einar.
Listen.
1 or 2 pages for Einar, and Trey just took the rest of it.
I started detailing out the like political structure within the Cerulean Concord and like the grounds of people like being promoted and who can fire them and like what like the different ranking things are, and it's just, you know,
It is.
who can be like, what are the term limits? Are there term limits?
Is there a term limit for that?
No,
Dang it.
there's not. As far as I'm aware, there's no term limits.
Crud. Vote him out!
He can be voted out.
Oh, all right. This is going to change
There-
from a up-and-coming hero story to a political intrigue / mystery
Yeah,
/
you have to. It would be
infiltration.
You do not know her.
okay. Do you know her name?
Even I will.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
How much of Elle's backstory do you know?
A decent amount.
Okay.
Yeah. So she.
Oh,
I know your mother's name.
Don't tell me.
It's me or Nova.
No.
Again?
The whole camp.
She writes out a paper bird, but it's not addressed to anyone. And it's. If Thalion wishes to speak with me, or if you have a message from him, I will be waiting. But it's not addressed to anyone, it's not sent. It's just written, tucked in a drawer.
Understood.
And she tries to go to sleep.
Real quick, does Cass know?
I think
that
you
she's
would
back?
see her, come back. It would be probably like 10 at least.
feel like Elle probably swings by the riverbed to inform the other two that.
Oh, you guys are at the riverbed still?
No,
No,
we went
I'm sure-
sparring.
Yeah, we
Oh,
went
yeah.
sparring, and then probably would have returned to the room.
Oh, okay.
Well, Elle heads back to the riverbed, finds them not there.
I assume you were just sparring out in the courtyard in front of the riverbed because you
Back to
booked the
them.
rooms.
Yeah, book the rooms for them.
Oh,
They
fair enough.
needed it. What did you think was gonna happen?
What Misty thought was
There's a path up there,
there's
right?
4 of them in 2 rooms. Oh, okay. There's what?
There's a path up to the mountain.
Yeah, takes
Yeah.
a while.
How long?
4 hours last time.
Yeah.
And we got up there at what time?
At like
Ari would have gotten up
You-
there
you
around
both-
like 5:30.
yeah. You would have gotten there by 6. You're
you'll make
back
it to the
down
tram.
by like 11
Okay. And the tram closes at
noon, at midnight.
midnight. Okay.
The other the other
other
noon,
12.
the dark noon.
Dark side of the noon.
That's it. Midnight is officially dark noon.
Dark
Am
noon.
I wrong?
If any of you ever say anything other than dark noon, I'm getting upset now.
Noon and dark noon. Got it. No, that's a character name if I've ever heard one.
It's just Moon Knight.
That's his alter ego. Dark noon.
That's his cousin.
So, do any of you follow up further, or do you decide to let it sit and settle for a while?
Cass is going to deliver the stew. And probably not really say a word. Just be like, okay, you good, cool. Here's what I made you. It's cold now.
I think he leaves it at her door.
He would knock, and then if she doesn't respond, he would leave it at the door, and then just be like, "There's something outside of your door if you want it. It's food." Okay, good night.
He's doing his best.
Make a perception check real quick.
10.
You hear a noise from Elle's room. It sounds like something hitting the wall that isn't truly solid. And he does kind of like not really yell, but kind of make a gruff noise.
Oh.
He opens. He goes to the door and opens it. What?
Are you okay now?
I'm fine. Perception check.
Perception or insight?
Perception.
Okay, perception.
Inside, you don't need. You know
That's fair.
it's.
4.
You don't notice anything then.
You know, the door only opens a crack.
What?
I don't even know what's going on. I have one guess.
Just trying to make sure you're alright.
I'm fine. I'm going to bed.
Okay. Good night.
Okay.
Good night.
With that attitude, that makes more sense.
There is now a scorch mark in his room.
Ah.
Yeah. He's a little like.
It's not so much a thump as a.
I think for a moment, Cass just
There's a bright light from under the door, very briefly.
it's like, I'm gonna leave that be. Cass just sits
Yeah.
like in the middle of like the common room, just kind of sitting there staring. He's like, when will it ever end?
How are things worse now than they were the other day?
Exactly. How is Crow currently?
The most stable of
Yeah, the
right now.
best one at the
No
moment.
idea.
This is great. This is a complete 180.
Okay,
But-
being unstable is kind of normal.
That is unfortunately true.
It's a quiet unstable,
Yeah.
and it's no longer quiet.
No, now it's allowed.
The quiet part was said out loud.
Yep.
Yeah, you've never seen Ari like freak out like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like even like the last time, like Elle like dispelled the mark and she was kind of freaking out. Like this would like you've never seen her like in pain
Yep.
freaking out.
Yep. That's why Elle did what he did.
Yup. honestly, Elle made some very good calls.
I'm glad. Hey, he doesn't think so right now. Elle is questioning every single action that he made. He said, in his head, he's like, he knew I should have gone and talked to his mom first. Stupid.
That's a thumping gun.
Sure.
Never ask Crow for help again.
Crow didn't do anything.
Oh, we know.
I was your wing.
I wouldn't say helped.
You did not harm the
exactly.
process.
Did not actively sabotage. Yes.
Honestly, that is sometimes the extent of Crow's help.
Correct.
I could make this worse, but I'll leave you to it.
But with that, I believe that is where we will end tonight's session.
Ooh.
What a wonderful end to the year.
Hey!
Or
It's
this will
not
be
done yet, though.
This will
We
be
got one
coming
more.
out the first episode of.
Oh yeah,
January,
this will be first week of the next year, 2025.
Yeah.
Hey, Happy New
okay.
Year!
It's not even Christmas yet.
Okay, but when this airs, it will be.
Time is weird.
Time is soup.
You're breaking the fourth wall.
That was Elle's head banging against it.
There you go. Or we can do the next 2 weeks of classes so that we don't end on that.
Oh, yeah, let's do classes.
Cool.
Those are just rolls, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Went from a nat 20 to a 2.
Right.
All right, I have advantage, right?
Who are you studying with?
I think I'm doing Arcana, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then yes.
Yay.
Yes, that's right. You have your study group.
Yes.
Yeah, Aries got her study group too.
They're both 12s. But it's fine, because it's above a 10.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys reminded me about the
Alright.
study group.
So, Crow.
I
Week
rolled a
6.
5.
Rolled a 5. That
Yeah.
is a fail.
Yeah.
And week 7?
Inspiration.
Wait, I have inspiration. I'm gonna try to
Okay.
reroll it. It's not much better. It's a 7. It needs to be a 10 or higher.
Yeah. Alright, week 7.
That's worse.
Aw.
Do you want an inspiration?
One more inspiration. I do have one. Okay, there we go. That's 11. That's a pass.
There we go. Caspian.
18 and 19.
Oh,
Both passes. Airy.
17 and 15.
Both passes. And L.
2 11s.
Both pass.
Yep.
But, hey, that's pretty good across
12
the
minus
board.
1. That's great.
Yep. After 2 weeks, things I think have settled down a little bit. And you are called for your final mission of the year.
Dun, dun, dun!
As Isadora approaches you on the morning of the...
He's gonna look up the calendar.
I do, yep.
Is this a joint mission with the other team?
No.
Okay.
It is week 44 of the year.
Ooh.
Out of 45.
Oh.
It is the 17th of Velena. The second month of winter. Well then. You kiddos ready for your final mission of the year?
Woo.
Think we're as ready as we can be.
Wonderful. We are heading to Waimarie.
Ah. What are we doing in Waimarie?
There is a
Spoiling the surprise.
We have to know what we're doing before we get there.
Not that.
What?
Whatever. Let's just get it over with.
well, if you're talking about the islands, don't worry, you won't be spending much time there.
Where will we?
We will be escorting a ship on its journey. Apparently, they expect trouble.
Oh, so this is... We're going to be stuck on a ship for how long?
Only a few days.
They expect trouble in a few days.
Well, the way I heard it, they have someone on board who uses divination magic. And they said, if we don't get help, we're all going to die.
What a lovely thing to discover. Okay.
Let's hope that we can make that not the case.
We got this in the basket. Easy. Save a few more people like normal.
Shall
I
we?
like this optimism.
It's called sarcasm, but sure, take it.
Optimism. Thank you.
And that is where we will end tonight's session. Thank you all very, very much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Good night.
Subscribe to the Patreon.